Hello, I'm Matthew Joseph. This video is designed to give employers an overview of their obligations to ensure that all of their employees are authorized to work in the United States. Every U.S. employer is required to verify that each of their employees may lawfully work in the United States through the completion of the I-9 form. The I-9 form lists basic information about the employee and also records information from any documents that show the employee is authorized to work in the United States. There is a list of acceptable documents on the I-9 form. Some of the documents used to verify that an employee is authorized to work in the United States that are acceptable on the I-9 form include a United States passport, a lawful permanent resident card, or an employment authorization document used in combination with another form of identification. I would strongly encourage employers to keep a copy of the documents used to verify employment eligibility for the I-9 form in each employee's personnel file. The employer should do this for all employees in order to avoid potential accusations of discrimination. Employers are required to keep an I-9 on file for all of their employees, that is, anyone who begins to work for wages or other compensation. Each employee must provide a completed I-9 form within 3 days of being hired. Note that the I-9 requirements do not apply to independent contractors. In addition, employers with H-1B employees are required to maintain a public access file for each H-1B employee. Employers who are H-1B dependent are also subject to more extensive record-keeping requirements. Recently, the government has made a program called E-Verify available to employers to help them determine if a new hire is authorized to work in the United States. E-Verify is an internet-based system operated jointly by the Department of Homeland Security and the Social Security Administration. It allows the employer to compare information provided on the I-9 form with immigration records from the Department of Homeland Security and records from the database of the Social Security Administration. Note that E-Verify may only be used for new hires, not for current employees. At present, using the E-Verify system is voluntary for most employers, although the President recently signed an executive order requiring all federal contractors to use the system. There is currently a proposal in Congress which, if adopted, would eventually require all employers to use E-Verify and would implement the requirement on a 4-year timetable based on the size of the employer's business. To register for E-Verify, go to www.dhs.gov/e-verify. That's www.dhs.gov/e-verify. One last note. While proponents of the E-Verify system laud its simplicity and effectiveness, critics point out that there are still significant problems with the system. Many of the records in the government's databases are inaccurate, putting workers who are authorized to work in the United States at risk of a mismatch in the system. If such a mismatch occurs, the burden is on the employee to resolve the mismatch with the appropriate federal agency within 8 federal government workdays. Another criticism of E-Verify is that it fails to prevent unauthorized workers from using stolen documents to verify employment eligibility. Employers must therefore weigh the pros and cons of voluntarily using E-Verify and may wish to consult an attorney before making a decision. Thank you.